everyone, it's Roxy once again with the Roxi Rants. Actually, I'm gonna start calling these things like inbox assassin or something. I'm gonna start like, I got an email today, and this is from Millie Mills on Facebook. She wanted me to shout her out, so shout out to Millie Mills. She said, all right. Literally, that's what it says. I wanted to ask about walking Butch face. Now, I tried to do my research looking at some face walkers, and I honestly do not understand the cat. I see comments that go as such. She is gorgeous, but she is not face. He is cute boots, but he is not face. And I'm over here thinking these people are face. If you could you just... The child want to know whether or not what is face, and what are we asking for. So elements, that's what it was. Okay, so there's the 5 elements of face. Now I'm gonna go actually into the official ballroom women, butch, and trans ballroom coalition's category description. So give me 1 second and I will give you the distinct description. Wait, is it gonna let me see the description? Maybe I should go into info. Give me 1 second. You know, it takes me a minute to get my life together. Second. Child, this is so late. Okay. Category guidelines. OMG. Okay, women with the budgets. With the budgets. Trans men. I'm not looking for trans men. Okay, butch. Face. Okay. So first off, face in general, regardless on what the gender label is, if you're a woman, a butch, a trans man, trans woman, it doesn't matter. Butch always has to represent the 5 elements of face. To me, there's more like 9 elements of face, because I feel like when I judge, I'm looking at the whole overall appearance, but normally they're looking at just 5. They're looking at your skin, so no blemishes. They're looking, making sure that you have good skin tone. They're looking for structure. That is a strong jaw, nose, cheekbones, forehead. Everything is, kind of sculpted, kind of contoured and pleasing. They're looking for things to be asymmetric. You can't have one nostril longer, bigger than the other one. You can't have, one big giant lip that kind of hang down here. That's not going to be good structure. They're looking for a wonderful smile, and that is everything in the mouth, this whole piece. So you have to good aligned teeth, good white aligned teeth. It has to be a very appeasing natural smile. They're looking for your eyes. They have to be, perfectly set in your face. That's only 4. I'm always missing the 5th one, all the time. But to me, your hair, your presence, your confidence, all of that kind of encompasses what face is. I'm sure someone from the board is going to scream on me for not having the exact 5, but pretty much that's what it is as far as what they're looking for. Now, when they say that the girl has face, the girl is gorgeous, but she don't have face, that means she's pretty to look at, but when you're breaking it down and being critical, she's not all the way there. And there are plenty of people on the planet who are pretty and don't have face. I don't have face. Do I think I'm pretty? I think I'm gorgeous. But I don't have face, and I have no cheeks. And I don't know if anybody has noticed. I'm sure everybody's noticed. Let me not say anybody. But I draw these on. These are not mine. Like, this is flat. Like, there's no structure in my cheeks. There's none. It kind of just like from here just kind of sloop down, and that's it. It's like a pyramid. It just don't stop and cut in anywhere. I have a decent nose. I really like my nose. It's kind of, it's there. But my smile is not face. And it's not to down me. I'm just not ballroom face. And not everybody is, and that's the reason why you'll see those little comments where they say, she's pretty, but she's not face. They're looking for little critical things like that. Now, for butch face in the WBT scene, we're looking for someone who looks like a pretty boy or a handsome man. Now, we say pretty boy or handsome man only for the mere fact that as a butch, you're giving off the gender illusion of a male. So people have to kind of do a double take. Is that a boy? He kind of cute. They got to do the double take to kind of decide whether or not you're a female or a man. And some butchers look like little boys. They might be grown up, but they just have that youthful appearance. And then some kind of give you 35 and could put on a suit and look like somebody daddy. That's the difference. But you have to look pretty and well chiseled and together. The category may call for a prop, and masculine is more mature looking in the face. That would be the handsome man thing. But yeah, you just want to make sure that everything is kind of dapper dawn. Most face people are kind of suave and have that allure when it comes to even selling their face. The judges are gonna ask you to get close. Butchers shouldn't have on makeup, in my opinion, because a man wouldn't just normally every day put on makeup to cover any blemish. They're just gonna come as is. So butchers, in my opinion, shouldn't have makeup, and the judges want to make sure you don't have it. They're gonna ask you to smile. They want to make sure that your pearly whites are pearly whites and that they're straight, and it shouldn't be one of those forced smiles because you don't want anybody to see your teeth, because that doesn't do anything complimentary to your face. It's a lot of things when it comes to being face, and like I said, not everybody is face. So Millie Mills, if you're watching, bam bam bam, shout out number 3 now. It's time for you to look in the mirror and judge for yourself. Yeah, you might be cute, you might want to walk, but are you ballroom face? It's time to get critical. Now you're gonna sit here and say, well, I have these dark marks that won't go away, maybe I'm not face. You will be judged based on that, and that's the kind of things that you don't really see when you're watching a ball on YouTube. You don't see what the judges see as far as little hiccups on someone's face. Maybe she got a lazy eye, maybe she got one snaggle tooth, maybe she has a wart that she thought she covered with concealer, but no, we could see it when it's up in the face. Maybe she got a scar that she didn't cover properly. Maybe I don't know, maybe she had a booger, I don't know. But you just take all those things into consideration when you're looking for a face person, and judging whether or not you have face. It's the most, face is the most critical category outside of realness in the ballroom scene, in both scenes. They are very, down to the minute details. So I would say it's time to put your judging glasses on and really, really, really self-analyze and say, I think I'm attractive, but I might not be face. And it's okay, you can still, I'm sure you still bad girls and, with what you got going on. So, yeah, so I'm going to leave it on you. I'm not going to tell you whether or not you're face, because I don't think it's my place. This is not the wrong way. If it was the wrong way, I would tell you, I'll tell you down. But being that, this is before you get on the runway and you don't know whether you want to do it, I think that you should kind of decide for yourself, because it's not just what I think. All the judges might see something different. Somebody might see the potential in you when someone else doesn't, and you're really not going to know until you get yourself out there. But the first judge for anything is yourself. So yeah, look in the mirror, analyze, decide whether or not you want to go for it. And if you do go for it, I applaud you, because that is a very hard category to walk. And if you have any more questions, if anybody has any, if any of you, if you have any questions, please hit me up at my email, roxybangbang@gmail.com. Add me on Facebook, Roxy00. Follow me on Twitter at Unorthodox. All these links will be in the description box below. And get on the runway. Have fun with it. Don't worry about being judged. Have fun. So yeah, a ball is about creativity, showmanship, and having fun. You combine all three together in order to get your life. And I will see you on the runway. This is Roxy signing out.